Do you know how you get a graphics card to play in 4K, no matter what it is? Have a 4K capable monitor or TV. It's that simple. Honestly, guys, I think I'm getting a little... So, for those of you who are impatient and can't watch a 9-minute video of my bad editing, here is just an unedited clip from the end of a benchmark into gameplay. So, people were saying that it was literally impossible for me to game at 4K on our RX 6600. And I gamed at 4K Ultra presets on Warhammer, just fine. And 4K high settings on Black Myth Wukong. I've also gamed in 4K on the 2060, on not even 2060, a regular 2060. And this video that you're watching, which you can see by the benchmarks, is a Xeon 2680 version 4 paired with a GTX 1080. And it plays 4K Black Myth Wukong in a boss fight on medium settings, 4K medium. So the 1080 with a Xeon CPU, and the doubt is that one setting higher on an RX 6600 is impossible. So because I've done a lot of 4K testing now, or a decent amount of 4K testing now, I know that for Black Myth Wukong especially, if you really want a gauge of what you're capable of, you have to be in a boss encounter. There have been times where I was testing at like a higher resolution, and it would be fine in the overworld when you're fighting trash mobs or whatever, but when you get to the boss fight, it would freeze up, and I would have to drop down a resolution, or drop down a little bit in settings, and then it would play just fine. So I spent like an hour or so testing 1440p, 1080p, and 4K to see what the optimal settings were. And if you're watching the video, you can see in the fight that there's no issues playing at 4K medium on the 1080. There's no lag or anything like that. I think there might have been a little screen cracking there because the VSync's not on. But guys, understand that when a company is telling you that this card is meant for fucking 1080p with light medium duty or 1440p or whatnot, it doesn't mean that you can't play in higher settings. It just means that to get the smoothest overall FPS, because everybody's looking for 60 FPS, that this is like the settings you want if you want to get 60 FPS. Am I getting 60 FPS in 4K medium with the 1080? No, it's more like 38 to 40 FPS. Now I have other footage with MSI Afterburner active, with Riva Tuner active, so you can see FPS, which is coming when I review this computer specifically. But for today, I didn't want to interfere with the benchmark settings to have any extra programs running besides me just recording. And you can still see the average FPS is like 54 or 40 or 45. Then breaking news for you guys that don't know this, a game is playable as long as you don't drop below 30 something FPS on average. You can game just fine at 30 to 40 FPS. Again, you can watch the fight. It's not an issue. The fight was smooth. Like, I'm ass kicked, yes, but the fight is completely doable. The game is playable in 4K on a 1080 on a GTX 1080 at medium settings, and 4K high settings with an RX 6600. It's not an impossible thing. And as far as the people, hating, this is not my first time, my first rodeo with YouTube in general. I've had this happen before. I have a car channel that's got 14,000 subscribers. And in the beginning, when I had only 100, 200 subscribers, people said the same shit. Oh, you're clickbait, it's just you talking, stop your vlogging, this is terrible, it's not going to go anywhere. First off, I don't do scripts. This is just me off the cuff. I enjoy building PCs. I like it. I like building PCs. I think it's a fun thing to do. It's better than building engines, because if you don't have an immediate buyer, you got engines laying around your house. With computers, I don't have to worry about sitting on it for more than a month or so at the latest. It's not a big deal. And they're small, and they're a lot cheaper and cleaner, and I don't have to get nerdy, nasty, go pick up heavy stuff. So I just enjoy doing it. Guys, I'm never going to lie about what I'm doing. Now, if other YouTube channels or the bigger YouTube channels aren't testing these out there, I don't know why, and I don't care. For me, even with the engine building, it's how can you get the absolute most performance and spend the least amount of money. That's the reason why this channel is reviewing low-end stuff on a regular basis. I have higher-end stuff. There's a 7700 XT in that black PC I just showed you. I'm about to pick up a 4060 tomorrow, a 4060 Ti tomorrow. And, I have a 3080 in a box laying around here somewhere. And I just bought a B570. I know that's not technically a high-end GPU either, but, I mean, it's brand new, just released, and it's apparently doing better than the 4060. It's comparable to the 4060 Ti itself. Review coming on that as well. But guys, I can't help the fact that people are way more ignorant than I thought they were. And it's just the fact is that I know that most of the people that come out and leave these stupid ass comments are people that have no following of their own, and that I have enough to where they think, oh, he's not doing good. I could do better than that. He's not even a good gamer. You're right. I'm 37 years old. I'm not a great gamer. I'm an okay, mediocre gamer. I don't even really spend that much time gaming. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm building computers, I wouldn't be gaming at all. I only bought these games for benchmarking, and I only play and make progress, for the most part, benchmarking. Now, I have a couple games with like 18 hours gameplay in them because I go hard for a couple days, and then I drop the sticks and move on to something else. Most of the games I'm not even completing. I don't care. But again, like, I like the PCs because I like building them. It's, and if somebody can get some enjoyment out of something I built, that's even better. So all my kids all have custom PCs. My wife's got a custom PC. I have one that I might change out. I don't care about high settings really. 1080p medium or 1080p high is fine for me. As long as it plays the game smooth, that's fine. But it is cool to, now that I have a 4K TV, this, Warhammer looks really good in 4K. It's great. I love it. But, yeah, guys, if you have a GPU and you want to see if it can run 4K, you just got to get something that can run 4K resolution and fucking play the game and see if it works. And a lot of times it can work if you tweak settings. I mean, that's what it even says. Like, oh, you might have to change to a lower graphical setting to be able to work in this resolution. Sure, but it's fine. And as far as Black Myth Wukong goes and me playing that, I didn't tweak any of the settings. Like, I just put it in medium and whatever the presets are for medium and run it, and it's fine. It's not like I'm over here reaching and stretching and trying to change this and that and all these resolution details to try and milk out the most. Now, the only one time I do that is fuck around with Fortnite, and that's just because everybody's been trained to believe that Fortnite has to have like 400 FPS or it's terrible. Like, honestly, that's even then, 60 FPS and you're fucking completely fine. But I just think it's great. I guess I should be happy that the fucking people are out here talking shit because it gave me this idea to run this video. And it's just, people are paying attention now. I guess that's good. As far as YouTube goes, this channel, this tiny little computer channel, has already done more subscriber growth than I did in my first year of YouTube with the car stuff. It took me a whole year to get to 100 subscribers versus this was like, what, 4 or 5 months to get to where I am right now. So yeah, right now it's not that great, but I'm not stopping. I don't give a fuck what the hell anybody says or any kind of criticism that comes my way. I just like sitting back here proving you fucking assholes wrong and growing a subscriber here or two every once in a while. And, again, I'm not worried about my monetization, so I'm not worried about the fuck I say to you. I'm gonna, you come out here being rude, and I don't care if you're 12 years old, you're gonna get cussed the fuck out. It's just happening. That's just how I am. Go away if you don't like it. I don't mind. This is not a kid-friendly YouTube channel. This is an adult fucking YouTube channel. Alright, guys, but for you fucking adults out there who like, this kind of content and don't mind the F word every once in a while, you're gonna get it. And if you don't, not all my videos are like this. Most of them are just my shitty gameplay. Because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is showing you the capabilities of the PC I built. I'm not a Twitch streamer, bro. I don't live stream video gameplay. It doesn't matter if I'm good or not at the fucking video game. All I care about is whether I can build the PC competently. And this little budget rig right here that cost me just shy of $300 plays at 4K. Eat my ass.